Just for fun, and I need new video ideas, I am watching a Nukie team live on Vulture. There's about 40 people online, so the station is, I would say, at a disadvantage at this point. 5 Nukies versus 35 crew. Probably not the best odds or favor for the station. But if you have seen my other Nukie video where I actually watched a replay to do the commentary, that method obviously works, but I figured it'd be kind of interesting to watch a Nukie round live. People last time mentioned that they liked listening to my thoughts and reactions to how people play, and it's just really cool watching how other people play. So this is Pack Station. It's one of the smallest stations in the game, and the Nukie crew has to bring their own nuke, which I think is always a pretty big nerf to Nukies. Having to place the nuke somewhere safe or make sure you keep it with you is really cumbersome for at least one person on the team. But anyways, it's a 50-50 chance. I guess the nice way is, though, is that you don't have to care about the enemy vault at all as Nukies unless the captain runs there for some reason. Okay, it seems like the overall idea is to go for armory, so again, a pretty standard nuke ops. Let's see how they do this. So this Nukie is split up on their own. It still seems like the plan is overall go armory. I have noticed that they actually have a flamethrower, potentially. They ended up showing up at the Tesla. But Pack's armory is fairly central in the station. There's definitely much faster ways they could have gone. They could have just went to the opposite end of the station, and there's only 3 doors they would have had to have gone through in order to get to the armory. Because you could just come right down here, and this armory is probably, funnily enough, one of the most defended armories in the game. You could just come here, though, emag this door, and then blow this wall, but due to the fact that it's internal, you have this entire maintenance section end up seeing the Nukies, but that is not the route they took. They are going through engineering to get to the armory, which I'm not entirely sure this was the plan. They seemingly have access, though. I'm guessing they did some gambling. This person just... No, they tried to call it out, but the abnormal power activity actually prevented that call out entirely. So it looks like, according to radio, no one actually has any idea that the Syndicate Nukies are actually on the station, and they are now basically in the middle of the station. Pop walking by doesn't even know there was 2 nuclear operatives with within a few inches of him. Very interesting, very well timed. Oh, there's a flamethrower. They're killing people who are... So, I mean, no one's really wearing hard suits. Security won't have hard suits yet, so the flamethrower is still doing some damage there. Again, there's still no public notion or radio mention that anyone is on the station attacking. The power could not have gone out at a better time at all for Nukies. First interaction between a security officer and a Nukie. Now, the flamethrower is doing some fucking work. I will... Oh, this flamethrower is really doing some work. Honestly, I don't even know if you need to worry about stop, dropping, and rolling anymore if you're wearing a hard suit. So, like, this guy should be totally fine. Security, get in there and start beating their ass! Is this not a security officer? It is! Okay, well, the Diana is doing some work. The clown is going to continue what the security officer did not. Oh, he got bad luck. This security officer is just... Oh, he's using the Nukie to block the flamethrower now. Whoever the hell this guy is like on another level right now. Oh, the fire's going to get him. He's dead from that one. That's unfortunate. Well, this Nukie is cuffed. If they kill this one or crit him, it's over for these two. So, this is just another indicator as well to the Nukies as to not separate from your team entirely. As this is happening, these Nukies are doomed. This guy's cuffed, the other one's crit, so let me go check out what the other ones are doing. Oh, that's the one that is there. So, are the other 3 even together? The elite suit has the nuke still. That has not entered. Okay, so these 3 are at least still together. I don't think their equipment was lost. I think they both had death acidifiers. I'm not seeing any blood red equipment floating around, so I think at the very least, if you split off like that, you need a death acidifier. That way, you're not giving away your equipment. So, seemingly, 2 Nukies traded for 2 security officers is pretty much the total loss there. And power's back, which puts the advantage back in the crew's hands, I'd say. Well, there's still 3 to go, and security is still standing strong and going to be armed, so things are not going to be easy. 2 Nukies are already dead. I'm honestly not sure that this trio of Nukies are even aware that their other 2 are just dead. I haven't seen any of them talking on the radio about it at all, so I am not entirely sure they're fully aware what happened. It doesn't seem like they're going for the armory. They're just trying to get in the station. Cargo has ordered some lasers, but they have to fly out and get them. These lasers probably won't be too effective. It's not like they know this, but 2 of the 3 Nukies are wearing agent suits. Or 2 of the 3 Nukies are wearing elite suits, and there's also the... apparently the commander left his armor. I'm not entirely sure why. Somebody else must have had it. But anyways, these suits are pretty damn resistant to lasers, so those laser purchases are only going to tickle them. Does not seem, according to radio, that anyone in the station is actually aware that they have re-entered. Nope. This person has announced it, that they're in space outside my bar. That's not a super descriptive location. Outside my bar, people might think the real bar. They did not mention maintenance bar. And I don't think anyone's quite reacting. This Nukie doesn't have no slips. That's dangerous. There's the head of security, Cray. Now has seen their location, has seen their entrance point. They are not shrouded in darkness. He's aware. So the captain has showed up with the head of security, so now basically the 2 most competent people at actually fighting against the Nukies are holding them from 2 different angles. None of these Nukies have... They have 1 L6. Oh, this person's trapped on their own. I think the spacing probably did a little bit of damage. I'm of the opinion right now that the Nukies should be destroying these firelocks. Everyone other than the head of security they're fighting does not have a hard suit. So you could just slowly choke them out and let them die, rather than... Rest in peace, bartender. Oh, not a bartender. Close enough. Spacing's gonna take the actual... That's actually the bartender, right? And nah, he's fine. He'll get away. Well, at least the 3 Nukies are still sticking together. They don't seemingly seem injured. And now they're starting to get rather separated because they're not clearing the way in between each other. Also, this Nukie is not even wielding the L6, so their accuracy is basically non-existent. Getting medical supplies, or... Oh, they're getting access, that makes sense. But now they're on the other side of glass. He's just stunned, they're not dead. Wrench does not beat E-Sword, but it's a noble effort. This other Nukie killed a botanist, unfortunately for that botanist. The captain is now on his own with no support and is going to get chopped down. Security officer does not have their gun bolted, so they were not able to shoot. All 3 Nukies have met back up. Don't really have to worry about the fire. So the disc is not entirely lost. Stinger grenade. Your Nukie still standing. Okay, we are down to just 1 Nukie. Somebody's trying to drag the body away. They were not able to. So it is 1 Nukie completely on their own. I have no idea if they have any form of medicine versus head of security and what looks like a detective and the warden. All 3 of them are fairly injured, but the Nukie is also injured. I'm going to say that this Nukie does not have much of a chance. There is still this officer who has the antique laser pistol. So even if they are able to heal fully, they are very behind and very unlikely to actually win at this point. Oh, there we go. Speaking of not using any medicine, the last standing Nukie has actually managed to recover one of their crit teammates. I have actually never seen a Nukie go crit like that and then get dragged away later. So I'm kind of amazed by that. So now, surprisingly, this is back to being very possible. Don't know where their energy shield is, but that's gonna maybe have some consequence. Oh, there's the L6, so, well, the research director actually wielding the L6 turned out to be much more effective. And then, unfortunately, the last Nukie either just has no ammo or just doesn't know how to bolt their gun. Lots of misfires or failure to fires in this fight. So now the last Nukie is very wounded, doesn't seem to have a weapon. They're running for their life at this point, and they're dead. The sec officer in the beginning is a fucking hero. That dude was just absolutely going off. People here may not know how that dude was the MVP, but holy shit, that guy was the MVP. Security worked really well together. They were doing good flanking maneuvers with the captain, doing good flanking maneuvers in general, trading in and out. Something security actually did that the Nukies weren't doing when the security officers got too hurt. They actually backed out and healed. I didn't see a single Nukie actually heal until after there was 4 crit or dead, and it was just down to the 1 elite suit guy. So I think Nukies really, really need to utilize retreating and healing when you can. They had the plan to attack Armory, but neither group went for Armory. They just entered and just started killing the first people they saw. So I guess the summary of this one is sticking together and having a plan that you actually stick to will probably have better odds. Again, I don't mean this as any form of insult or criticism. Losing, winning, just playing the game is, I mean, what makes this game so good? If Nukies won every round and were perfect every time, that wouldn't be interesting. People got to learn somehow. I'm sure some of these people were new. I mean, typically when you see people not wielding their guns or not able to bolt it, they're new. But the nice thing is, once you do that, you learn and you do better. And I hope everyone in this shift had a good time. I hope this video is not too annoying, trying to do some shoutcasting in a roleplay game. But I think it's just interesting watching Nukies and seeing how people react and play with it. Thank you for watching.